BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top trade. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. Right, so let's have a look at XRP, because what's XRP doing? I'm getting a lot more messages about it, and I just need to try and put this out there. So I think it's not so much that this video is going to be about XRP, it's about the different timeframes and what they refer to. So a lot of people, I think, are getting into trades and then they're watching, you know, the 1 minute, you know, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the hourly time frame, and you know, whether they got into those trades at the right moment or they even had a plan. They might not have even had a plan, they might have just bought it blindly, which is, you know, some people do that. That's fine, I suppose, if that's, you know, if you don't look at charts, but it leaves you worrying. And you sit there wondering, and then you direct message me, and you say, what's XRP doing? So I'll tell you what it's doing. It's doing the same as it always is. We're looking at it on the weekly, because the weekly is the best thing for you to think about, depending on your entry point, obviously. I'm assuming you would be worried if you bought this or FOMO'd into this wick, which I did make a video of when, as soon as I picked the kids up, I said, right, let's go warn everybody about the wick. Don't FOMO into XRP. That's not what it's all about. So if you'd have bought that now, yeah, you probably would be wondering what XRP is doing. But generally speaking, looking at this chart, this has been it's lame, isn't it, in compared to other altcoins? I know that. We all know that. I don't present XRP on the channel because absolutely, you know, it's going to make the biggest gain that anyone's ever seen in the world. I talk about it because it's going to make a gain, right? So that's the deal here. There's no point in me just pointing XRP out for no reason. I only ever talk about it when I expect it to do a move. So what we're seeing is a big move up, back, down. A big move up. And then the first real, there's not the first one, it's the second one real, but for me it's the first major higher low. Hitting that 20 weekly moving average, and again, and again, and again, and all the way up. Big massive move, obviously, you know, not exactly organic. It was the SEC, and then all the way back down again. This is just exactly how XRP always likes to behave. Whether you're in favour of whether the SEC is doing you any favours, or if they're not doing you any favours, it's always the same, up and down. Which is why I had to make that video about do not FOMO into this wick. Never FOMO. So look, long story short, we're going up, we're going down, we're going up, and we're down. But look, it's a series of higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And on top of that, we're structurally getting better with our moving averages. So we got the 200 exponential moving average. That's brilliant. That was reclaimed. The 20, the 50 is all above that. That's a golden cross. You know, moving averages on this weekly are actually spreading out and diverging almost in the appropriate order. It's a bit of a fine mess at the moment, but it's better than a lot. Because most charts, most altcoin charts will not even have a golden cross on a weekly because they're not even that old. So this is pretty sweet stuff on the weekly. So remember that. Next time you send me the same direct message about what is XRP doing, remember that this has been the same since forever. Right, it's been exactly the same since forever. This has not changed. It'll start to change if we close down below a 20 weekly, which is 59 cents on a weekly time frame. If we close below there on a weekly time frame, the reason closures are important is because that's the agreed price once the battle and the skirmish has been fought by the bulls and the bears. Wicks all over the place, not particularly a big deal. Candle bodies, much more of a big deal. And so, you know, you can see for the most part we have closed above this 20 weekly for the last 4 weeks now. And look, so long as we're closing above that, we're immediately, as far as a weekly can take you, bullish. 200 exponential moving averages down here, highlighted by the bottom of the Bollinger Band of the weekly as well, which is sitting at 50 cents. So we are bullish above 50 cents. On the weekly. There's really nothing else that is required on this chart to say that anything is any different than it's ever been since we basically reclaimed this 200 exponential all the way back down here, 47. So that is XRP, and that's what XRP is doing. Look at that. 2 green positive histogram ticks above the 0 point for the MACD. Bullish. Money flow index. Absolutely lovely structure here. No way near being overheated at all. Sitting at 63. Plenty of room to run. So for those who are anticipating the moon on this one, you know, you can, I suppose, you can assume that a big move can happen, and it could even be sustained because you have a money flow index on a highly liquid coin like XRP. And we're sitting all the way down here, so plenty of room to run on this. This is a downtrend or a consolidation, so this is not a bearish divergence, this is consolidation, and you'd be looking for a breakout on this. A breakout which may have already begun. And again, it is a weekly, so the weekly has not yet closed. It's messy, it's tight, but yeah, we're looking for breakout, and possibly we are seeing that already. So that's your weekly. So again, the weekly is the most important for me. Second most important is the daily. So remember, nothing has changed. What's XRP doing? The same as it's always doing, looking really good. Now the daily is awesome as well. It's absolutely epic. What we've got here is a golden cross retest. Perfect. That's why I thought I'd bring it out, a video about XRP and XLM yesterday, because they've both done this. Trolls hated it. What are you talking about, XLM? XRP, what are you doing? Well, I mean, they outperformed Bitcoin yesterday, so I suppose it was appropriate. I'm not bragging or anything, but you know, it has outperformed, and this is the setup. And this is all I say to the trolls. I'm not saying that this is the best thing you'll ever see in the world. It is a chart to be traded, okay? 'Tis just a chart to trade. So if you want to trade something else, then that's fine. But this is just a chart to trade, and it's a good one, and that's a good setup. And so far from the golden cross, we've got ourselves a move from the bottom to the top of 15%. Now, I obviously had a keen eye on this, watching this, and I did take a position in the 58s. Again, not the absolute low, in the 58s. And I'm still holding that position now. So hopefully this will continue up. You know, if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's no big deal. But that, just like most golden cross retests, are the perfect entry points for what you would consider to be a V-shaped recovery. So you know, for those who wondering what a V shape looks like, it looks like a V, and it should take us up to 70s, into the 70s. The candle bodies are at 72, the wicks are just short of 75. So use your imagination. Do you want to make sure that you front run this major resistance, or do you want to hope for the best for further upside? And again, this is all to do with your risk tolerance, right? And this is another question that comes up almost daily for me in the DMs. Where's the resistance? Where's the resistance? Where's the resistance? Where's the resistance? Where is the resistance? So the resistance is all over the place, right? There's lots of resistance. There is not one entry point, nor is there one exit point. This is something that everybody needs to think about when you're trading, right? So when I enter a trade, I have several take profits on the way up. So let's just say I entered, this one is a little bit clearer cut. If you wanted to have bought, you would have bought roughly around here. But as you're coming down into it, you would think, right, okay, so one entry point exists around, we'll call it 57.50. And then the horizontal is at 56. Below that, we've got 53.4, and then all the way down to 50, where we've got a major support. They're all entry points because they're all supports. There is not one support, there are multiple supports. If one support breaks, you move down to the next. If that support breaks, you move down to the next. So no trader will look at any support and go, right, this is the one. Never, ever break down below this one, because this is the one support that's made out of steel, titanium, reinforced Kevlar. Never break down below this, ever. Watch. Sometimes that happens, but there is no way to say that that is an absolute 100% guarantee at all. There can't be. There's no way. So you have multiple supports, and you buy in increments on the way down. Do the same thing for resistances, right? Absolutely, that is the deal here, right? There's no real reason to go all in here and all out here. It might work for you, but what you're doing if you were to do a trade like that, you're making it statistically more likely for you to fail. It's more likely that you will achieve profit by incrementally buying into supports and incrementally scaling out at resistance. So the resistances on XRP exist more or less here around 63.50, then 67. Again, you can see that roughly. These wicks are front running these. So always think about front running those support, those resistances and supports. So maybe 60, all the sixes, the mark of the super beast, 6666. And the next one above that will be 72. Then we've got, we'll call it 74.50. And then you extend that to the higher targets. So not one entry point, multiple. Not one exit point, multiple. If you're hodling, it's a different story. You don't really need to watch all of this. All you need to think about is that I believe this will be a new all-time high. I'll see you over. I'll see you at the finish line. That's fine, isn't it? That's absolutely fine. And then we're just going to finally look at the 4 hourly, which again is still in the form of, it's messy, but it's still form of an uptrend with golden crosses, which were retested on simple moving averages over here and broke down over here, but have now reclaimed. So provided we're above supports, we're good to go. Major support around here at 60 to 61. That's where your 200 exponential, your 20 moving average, and just below that at 60.4 is your 200 simple moving average. All these moving averages below it here. So if Bitcoin decides it wants to pull back a little bit further, then this will also pull back a little bit further. But remember, it's bullish above 50 cents. You know, whether you're looking at this on a weekly or a daily, it's pretty bullish. So there's really no need to ask me anymore. What is XRP doing? So finally, what I'll do is I'll leave you with this, the Bitcoin pair. We spoke about this, I think, earlier on in the week. So this is starting to change behavior, moved up above the Bollinger Band, and it's also above almost all the shorter term moving averages on this daily. The Bollinger Bands are pinching now, so you're looking for a volatile move. Not like one of these, but a much bigger one that's probably going to start moving up into the 200 simple and exponential. So death cross retest, so the opposite of what's happening on the tether pair. Now you can see it yourself, you don't need me to point it out, but you've got some nice bullish divergence on the RSI, you've also got it on the money flow index, and obviously we're snaking up on the MACD as well. So let's have a look at the weekly, see what's going on the weekly. The weekly's still a little sorry for itself, but this is a big thing here. We've got one major drive of bullish divergence on the weekly money flow index. Now you think that that might not be nothing, but it's actually a big deal, because when you get these weekly money flow index bullish divergence drives, one drive is usually all you need to mark the low. We've got one over here marking the low. So down, down, marked the low, the absolute low. Any more on Bitcoin that we see? Absolutely bloody is, I can tell you that much. Definitely bloody is. Here we go. Down, higher low, absolute low, rocket ship. So it happens all the time. We've also got it here. There's a big drive here. 1, 2, marks the low all the way up to a new all-time high. So I'm not saying that that is the move that we should be expecting, but it is present on this chart. It's actually 3 drives of bullish divergence, as you can see. So it is present on the chart, and like I said at the beginning, 'tis just a chart to be traded. Okay? Troll me if you wish, but this is just a chart to be traded. Rather than saying, ugh, I just watched a video on XRP and I don't even like XRP. What I would say is, what are you doing then? What are you doing with your life? I just watched a whole video on XRP and XLM, and I hate them both. I just wasted 15 minutes of my life for no reason. And then I thought I'd tell you about it. Right, who's the loser here? Huh? Who's the loser here? It's like me watching My Little Pony and complaining about it. I just watched My Little Pony on my own, hated it. Why'd you do that? Because I'm a twat, that's why. So right, I'll leave it with you there. If you want to join the Patreon, we're doing the stream again tonight. It was supposed to be cancelled because I was going out. I got the days wrong. I'm going out tomorrow. So if you want to join the Patreon, I'm doing a live stream tonight, 8 o'clock. Otherwise, I just hope you have a nice day. Good luck out there trading. This isn't immediately bullish, by the way. This is a setup on a weekly and a daily on both Bitcoin and USDT. It does present in a very bullish way. I have no reason to doubt it. Bitcoin will determine the market moves, on the short term, intraday. But generally, what we're looking at here is a very bullish chart on a higher term timeframes, which does point to much bigger price. Right, I'll leave with you there. Hopefully that will avoid any more DMs about XRP for at least the next 15 to 16 minutes. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.